Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through rows and columns in Excel, trying to find that exact data you need? If so, you're not alone. In today's tutorial, we'll be addressing this common challenge by introducing you to a two-way lookup solution in Excel. This advanced technique allows you to efficiently retrieve data from complex spreadsheets, streamlining your workflow and improving productivity. By the end of the session, you have a clear understanding of how to implement a two-way lookup seamlessly in your Excel process, ensuring you work smarter, not harder.
So here we can see this is going to be an example where we have our index match working. And I have Alabama here. It's the first location in the column here. So in this instance, this range of cells is selected here. So this is the first instance for that. Now Snickers is in the first instance of this range of cells. So it's in the first instance. That's why you have 1 and 1. And we can see here that it brings back the value 2364. Let's say I do Alaska and M&Ms. If I do Alaska M&Ms, once I select M&Ms, you get to see the value set up there for Alaska and M&Ms, and that's the correct one. But stick around later in the video and I'll show you a way that you can make it a little bit more visual. Let's say, for example, I chose Alaska here and I chose M&M. You can see there's a cross section here, and visually it makes it a little easier to see where that intersection is. Now let's see how we can create the lookup first, and near close to the end of the video, I'll show you how to create the visual identifiers for that lookup. Here we've got our range of data. I am going to insert a couple extra columns. Control Shift plus sign will give me that ability to do so. Let's put the rows first, actually. So I'm gonna put candy first, right? So I'll do candy, and then I'm gonna put state, right? Add one more column, and because I'll show you what the formula looks like. And here I should put quantity. Here I'll put quantity. I just abbreviate that. What we want to do here, make it easier instead of like typing these values down, is to make a drop down. So what I'm going to do is create a drop down for this for the candy and drop down this for the states. First, let's make this a little bit smaller so I can see everything in here. Let's say maybe 90 would be fine. Now for candy, so for this drop down, I'll use the data validation feature. I'll go under data and go to the data validation here, data validation, and for allow, go use list. Where's my source going to be? For the candy, my source is going to be this range of data. Press enter. Now you see the drop down shows up, and it shows up for my values there. Do the same thing for state. Select that cell, go to data validation, and for this, it's going to be a list again. And for source, it's going to be cells E1 to X1. Press enter, and my source of my data for the states should show up as the dropdown. Double click that to auto fit there. So that works just great. Now what I want to do is I want to create a lookup. And the lookup I'm going to use is match function. So I'm going to type match. Actually, let's use the newer one, xmatch. Xmatch, press tab. My lookup value is going to be this value, and that's going to be populated soon, comma. Where is my lookup array? My lookup array is cell D2 to D26. Press enter. Now that shows NA because I haven't selected anything here. So if I selected Snickers, it's going to come back for 1. That's going to be the first thing there. Let's do it, make it easier. I'll select Alabama so you don't see that error message. Do the same thing here. Another X match. X match, press tab. What's my lookup value is going to be in cell B4, comma, what's my lookup array? It's going to be E1 to X1. Press enter, and now 1, 1 shows up there. Now for quantity, this is where I'm going to do my two-way lookup. I'm going to use the index function. Index, press tab. What's my array? My array is going to be from E2, this range of data, to X26, comma. What's the row number? Is going to pick up the row number here from the candy. So because candy shows up for Snickers as the first one here. So it's going to pick that up, comma. What's the column number? Going to be the same thing here that we did for Snickers, but for the states. So it's going to be the first column here that is in my range. That one. Press enter, and now you have 2364, and that's it. That is your two-way lookup. So if I select it, let's do California Snickers. I'll select California here. We should get 9999. So as I mentioned before, maybe you want to take this function and put it into here. So to save space, instead of having just this lonely index function here and calling C3 and C4, let's put the match function in here. We'll go back to cell C3 and copy this formula. Control C to copy, press escape, go in here and paste it here. Control V to paste, And let's do the same thing for the other one. I'll just press enter for now and go into this one. And this is going to be the column formula. Control C to copy, press escape. Let's go, and instead of C4 for that column setting or that column reference, Control V, just put in the function there, press enter. It's going to give me the same thing. And I don't need this anymore. So I just press delete to delete that. So maybe we'll go to California and payday, right? So we go California and payday. Payday is the last one there. It should give us that value for payday, which is 3156. Now, as I mentioned earlier, how do we make it more visually appealing? You know, instead of like, okay, it's 3156, but where does 3156 go? You have to go California and then payday. Let's see if we can do it for that and give it some color. So what we need to do is let's select a whole range here and go under home, go to conditional formatting, and we're going to create a new rule. And the new rule is going to be based on a formula. And the formula is going to be if either of these cells match the selections here, then we're going to give it some color. So it's going to be an OR statement. So I'm going to type equals OR, open parentheses. If this first value, right, because that's what's going to start at. And that's kind of the magic of the formatting rule. I've selected everything here, but it's going to look at that first value. And let's match it with the row first. So if we're matching it with the row first, we want to say, okay, the row numbers change, but the column doesn't. So we're going to put in the $ for just the D. So one is going to change, right? So if that equals to payday, if that equals to this value, whatever it is, then give it a color. I'm not going to select the color yet because we're just doing it for the row. Now we got to do it for column. So I'm going to put in a comma and say if that value, this value again, but the thing that changes is the column header. So it's going to go from D to E to F, but the row stays the same. If that value equals the selection here for the column values, which are states, then change it to a different color. So this OR statement says either one of these, if any one of these are equal to true, highlight that cell and apply it to that row or that column. So that's where you get that crisscross action. Click on format. Let's give this color orange or maybe green. Let's do green this time. Click OK, click OK, and now you have our color selection. So this is where it crosses 3156. Let's try another value. Let's try lifesavers in Colorado. So now it's changed. Lifesavers in Colorado, 8638. This is a very easy visual cue, 8638, and we see we have 8638 there. That's the way that we can do a two-way lookup with index and match or X match and make it more visually appealing.
Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial on two-way lookups helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Excel tips that'll save your time and effort. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to learn about Excel or spreadsheets in general. I'm always happy to help. See you in the next video.